The most significant neutral nut is almonds. Now my wife and I went shopping yesterday. Somebody told us that Costco has almond butter at a very logically affordable price. And they had this large bottle for like $7. Costco. Marathana almond butter. Probably wouldn't be a bad food to get. Okay, how about alkaline water? Alkaline water. I know a lot of people are discussing and using alkaline water today. I think it's great for you to drink water from a pure source. There are some people that say that reverse osmosis water is acid. I encourage reverse osmosis water, but then you want to take Celtic sea salt. But I'm not saying alkalized water is wrong to take. I'm not saying that. I would much rather have you eat alkaline food. Work on minimizing your stress. Anytime the holidays come up, you know everybody are asking you to overcommit yourself. Start doing less commitments. Make sure you exercise a bit too. Osteoporosis can be caused if you're acid. So if you listen to everything I said up to this point, because they're telling everybody today that they have osteoporosis, they want them to take Fosamax. If you have stress, your body's going to take minerals out of your body. You want to constantly be taking minerals. You want to constantly be having Celtic sea salt in your body or some great source of mineral. Now, some of you, and especially you ladies, if you're 40 years old or older, and you consume and you have a passion for citrus, it can cause fibromyalgia in your body. I have written down there in the notes, I'd rather have you use bell peppers. Red, yellow, or orange bell peppers, a great source of vitamin C. Some of you could have pain right here. This is called deltoid bursitis, because there's a bursa in your body that's inflamed. That's why we encourage sometimes apple cider vinegar. That's why I encourage people not necessarily to consume a lot of orange, grapefruit, and tangerines, because what I just told you with the deltoid bursitis. Cold sores, leg cramps, and poison ivy. Those are all signs to me that your body doesn't have enough calcium. And do you want to know why your body doesn't have enough calcium? Because of stress. Your body uses calcium to neutralize the stress. That's why soda pop. You know what the worst ingredient of soda pop is? Of course, besides the sugar and besides the high fructose corn syrup and everything else, it's the phosphoric acid. The phosphoric acid, if you start looking at your soda pop, causes the bubbles. So if you are a female or a male and you have a passion for soda pop and they're having you take Fosamax, hello, stop drinking the or stop drinking the soda pop. Okay, leg cramps at night are a very common sign of calcium deficiency. I can tell you this is what I learned also from experience. People who, I'll use this, catch colds. Okay, people don't catch colds. People eat colds. People create colds themselves. People who are acid will get a cold. If you're under stress and you have a cold sore and you have an upper respiratory infection or you have a cold, it's really because you don't have enough calcium in your body. I have a lot of patients that we've helped over time with chronic lung problems by having them get a bottle of calcium lactate powder and putting a tablespoon of it in 20 ounces of water and drinking that through the day. It's really good. Body signals of acid pH could be joint pain in your body. Acne is a sign. Depression. Bowed legs are signs that your body could be acid. Craving minerals, craving salt. If you crave salt, see, we have this salt phobia in America today that everybody thinks that salt is bad. Sodium chloride is not healthy because the chloride is quite toxic to the body. That's why you once again go back to the Celtic sea salt. So what supplements should you take if you want to become alkaline? Well, in our practice, we have a product called Green Alchemy. It's a powder. It's a green food. 1 tablespoon in 8 ounces of water. It's a great source of alkaline food. Green Alchemy. We also have a product called Cruciferous Complete. Great for macular degeneration. Cruciferous Complete. You know, it's made out of Brussels sprouts and kale. Now, it's going to take an awful lot of Brussels sprouts and kale to compress down to make that powder that's inside of that. But can I encourage you? Brussels sprouts are awesome. Saute them in a little olive oil. Throw some mushrooms and onions. Throw them on top of your grill in a little wok. They are awesome. And if you're going to do kale, here's how I suggest you do kale. You get yourself a big stainless steel bowl. cut the kale up, put the kale in the stainless steel bowl, sprinkle some olive oil on the kale, and then have a pre-warmed frying pan, stainless steel. Throw the kale in the frying pan, and it'll get that sizzle. Kale is also a great green food. Kale, Brussels sprouts, and of course broccoli, cabbage, and cauliflower. So in our practice, we use minerals, organic minerals, Celtic sea salt, great way to help alkalize your body. So how long does it take to change your pH? I've seen it take anywhere from 6 months to 3 years. It doesn't happen overnight. If you take one bottle of something, it's just not going to automatically go away. Most of the time, now listen to this, it's very fascinating. If you have somebody in your life, not anybody in this room of course, that doesn't like to eat vegetables because they make them sick, you know what that tells me? They're acid. If people don't like vegetables, when you're putting that vegetables in their body which are alkaline, it's going to make them not feel good. Most of your urine pH should be acid. If you start eating vegetables and your urine pH turns alkaline, your body's having a hard time processing it. So if you have somebody in your life that they despise vegetables, to break them into it, you have to stir fry or saute the vegetables. You have to warm them up. And they will have a hard time with raw vegetables. I thought you'd just like to know that. Okay? I have provided for you this food selection and consumption to prevent disease sheet. We're not going to go over all that. My goal, if you have cancer that runs in your family, whatever that means, I would encourage you to juice with a vegetable juice up to 4 to 8 ounces once or twice a day. Anytime I have a cancer patient come into our office, I always encourage them to juice at least 4 to 8 ounces of fresh vegetable juice with beets and carrots and celery, cucumber. Use your imagination. This is a really good sheet. Let's turn back over to that Alkalize and Acid Ash food chart. And you can see my references that are down there. So I just wanted you to get an idea, probably, and I'll close with this, one of the most negative foods that cause your body to become acid more than anything else on the whole planet is sugar. Sugar causes you to become acid. So when your body has sugar in it, what's going to happen is it's going to use all the other vitamins and minerals to help neutralize that acid. That's quite scary, isn't it? So if you look at the sheet that we had there, NutraSweet Equal, sweet and low, top right corner, and some of those other items that we have there. So you can see with Dr. Bob, spinach and kidney beans and string beans are the lowest acid. I'm not telling you not to eat those foods because I eat those foods. But I eat, most of my diet is most alkaline, alkaline, lowest alkaline. And yes, I have walnuts every day, I have cashews every day. I don't really have oats and rye. But I eat 80% of my food is vegetables. 20% of what I consume is animal tissue or grains. I eat very little grain. Spelt flour, if any kind of flour that I'm going to use. Okay? So I thought that this would make a huge difference for you today. You can shut that off.
Just push that down.